Well, quickly, the pistol rounds coming underway. We see Swifter find out the first, but of course, Sharp there for the refract brings back down into a 4v4. That advantage nullified there early on. But, of course, as more shots ring out, Marcos finds one, finds two, and leaves it down to Icarus and Sharp. The last two men standing. Icarus able to find one. Marcos swings through, finds one out. Sharp follows as well, leaving round the shots. He tries to find one, but unfortunately for him, notice just too quick. Ooh. Swifter, nicely done. Finds two. There for the third as well. Some room for himself, but can't seem to find a frag. He's able to get some tags. First one, sure, able to find one. Notice there for the refrag as Jeppe quickly trades it back, but Swifter through the smoke, able to find a must if they do drop a player too early on this round. Looking to fall by the wayside, but Jeppe able to find one before he falls, leaving Icarus alone. Icarus tries to take the fight, but Simics takes his life. As we do get back into it, sure. Hey, that's a hot little shot. Z into a bit of advantage, but with notice. Finding out the trade there onto Jeppe. Doesn't land too much, but he's able to stall things out and find a kill through the smoke. But still, Ashar gives chase. They go ahead and put it down into a 3v3 into the retake. Brugge, they've won this once, now looking to do it again. There's a bit more of an advantage here for GTZ, as sure, Icarus find a kill each, leaving Marcos alone. Marcos finds one for himself. Marcos finds one more, but time's run out. Not much HP. Down back here, Snappy makes his way forward. Fortunately, there for himself. Totally seeing Steamos find a kill. Swifter there for the refrag. Icarus and Jake find themselves kills, leaving it all down to Notice and Marcos. Well, this is somewhat doable just due to the fact that Icarus Snappy is able to try and find himself a kill. Still, Stevo is there as he jumps through the smoke, and he finds himself a second. Pushing the smoke over here towards long seems like a bit of a mistake. Still, sure, Oregon swinging their own sight. They're able to do quite a bit of work. Swifter trades back, leaves it down into a 2v2. And Bruce, you're in a good position to go for the retake. They need to go for this one, but unfortunately, as Marcos falls for it, he spotted him out and finds the kill. Very nicely done, GTZ. Bring this back within one. Looking forth on the board here now would be absolutely massive. And Steve will find out one. Swifter for one as well, but Snappy trades it back. These are advanced upon by GTZ. Still looking to hit this ace sight. Little bit overswung there. Devos loses his life. It's trade back down to even. This gives him a better chance into it. Simics firing on all cylinders. Finds out one. Finds out two. Looks for a third. Goes for the reload. And waits to see him approach. And as he tries to duel him in the gap, Shard trades his life, leaving the using the op to go ahead, bring it down into a 1v2. Ooh, sure. He's gonna be spotted out there and noticed by Notice, who eliminates him. Now, of course, Marcos. Ooh, there it is. Finds himself a collateral, just like that. Argon, Jape both eliminated. Of course, Snappy does find out one. Time is ticked down to half. They'll start to make noise, trying to pull these players out of position. Works out nicely. The Molotov does the work, leaving Icarus alone. Of course, they need to hold down the bump. Go ahead, get on it, but Simics going finished up through the smoke in time. The time is gone. I don't think they're going to be able to get the defuse here. No scope comes out. Well, it's time to see if they're going to be able to start making a little bit more of a resurgence into the round. Of course, Shar able to find out one, but Jeppe going to be eliminated. Advance looking to make their way through lane over towards the A site. We see Simics try and fight them head on, but Argon says no thank you, takes off his head. Terrorists win. Setup. As Marcos looks for the duel. Ooh, he out the collateral there, but no matter, he's still able to find out two with the up. He hold it down. Stevo's, I think it's going to be a bit of a linchpin. Spots one. And bomb is dropped. Deploys a Molotov up towards hulls as well. That's going to pull a player away. And as Jape falls, Icarus is all that remains. We're looking to see if Snappy and Jape do that with themselves. But, that is a clinical frag to find. Still, like, sure, is able to find the refrag as he peeks back through Marcos. Loses his life, and the plank goes down. It's a 4v4 on the retake. Argon finds the aggressive notice. Leaves Stevo, Simics, and Swifter into a bit of a devious situation. I doubt they're going to be going for this. This is looking like GTZ are good to go ahead and put it a tied game, but no, as they find out that frag, things could look a little bit more possible still as Simics falls away to Shar. 7-7 here towards the end of the half. Only one more round to go. Most utility is deployed out. Snappy. It's going to be finished off. Marcos, of course. Good frag. Well, as Icarus finds one, Stevos finds. But we'll see what Argon can do. And unfortunately, that's nothing. It has his 8-7 at the half. We'll be taking a quick little load towards the A side. And I see the players looking to make their way as they go through Banana. Oh no! Stevos! Bit of a brutal shutdown. Finds 3. The wrap comes through. Notice watches for the rotaries. Tries to take first fight. Icarus finds it and survives. Leaving it down into a 2v3. This is doable here by GTZ. He was looking to be a bit more of a one-sided smash of a round. But all of a sudden, as they look to come back into it, Stevos finds the first one. Icarus leaves it down to Shar. Shar, the player to watch out for. Tries to bomb a lot of shots, but unfortunately, as he peeks out, he peeks it down. No, of course. As we move forward. Now, his shots come through. Snappy is able to find out one. Of course, Stevo's now left all alone. Was eliminated as well, and very nicely done there by GTZ. Push towards B. Utility going played out while Shar is able to find out one for himself. Dull Stevos is eliminated. We see the final 3 of Brugge in a rather tight spot. To attempt this at A. Well, the Swifter's good for one. Simics falls, but Marcos is good for the refrag. They keep this round in line, and Marcos brings it back to even. That equalizer comes out. Swifter holds firm to watch for rotators. They need to find bomb plants here in a moment. Can't really afford to wait too long. It has, oh, Swifter. A safe plant. Well, as he's eliminated, Jake and Shar advance forward to find him out. Ooh. Notice, I think he's going to come into a fight here. Got timing for him. He eliminates Snappy. Now, Shar. Oh, alright, shut things down. Ooh, Argon. Good for one as Icarus finds out. Stevos alone, and he's eliminated as well as he finds out one more. As utility is placed out, sure. He'll peek through, find himself a kill. Hard. This fight, ugh. Not going the way of. Ooh. Argon. Good for a kill as well. Leaves Swifter and Notice into a bit of a deficit as they make their way towards A. One coming from Boiler, one trying to fire shots out from out. Swifter able to find out the first. Jake Snappy find the kills, one with the balls out as we come into it. It looks like to be an explosive run out of Looks like quickly trying to change the name of the game, but Argon says no thank you and finds out 3 for himself. Sure. Therefore the other leaves it all down to Stevos, who quickly meets. Ooh. Now, of course, Stevos finds himself a kill. Argon finds the other. Still, good for a double into it through the smoke. Leaves it down to Simics and Swifter. They try and find himself a safe plant over here towards the B site. Unfortunately for them, that's not going to be the case. It's left into Swifter's hands. He's over towards Banana. I don't know if they have. I think they have an idea that he's here. Whoop. Tries to swing through. Swifter finds a kill. Leaves it down into a 1v2. Swifter tries to corner him. He finds the kill, but he's not aware the other, and Icarus comes up from behind to eliminate him. Some utility is placed out, and well, it's sitting them down, and Notice gets finished off. And Sharp there for one as well. Eliminates Simics. Leaving Marcos all alone. 1v5. He's the ace here with a Mac 10, but no chance at it. 16 for GTZ. And just like that, they take... I don't think they know he's here. He's going to be able to catch one off. That's bomb as well. Massive frag to be found here in just the first few minutes. And just like that, Brugge, they're in between a rock and a hard place. They have to go pick that back up. And there are players there to deny their presence. See Jake finding one. Quick confrontation from Shaw results in a death, along with Icarus finding out Marcos. Oh, as they make their way up. Kills come through. Marcos was good for one, but Chepe there on the outside is able to find out three. Very quick little triple for himself as he looks for another, finds a 4K, and could be able to find an ace now. Does he ace this up? Let's see. Looks like he wants to go for it. There. Oh, doesn't get it. Ooh. Sharp. There for one. He's good for two as well. Icarus finds the other. Very quickly. Rouge. Our throw. It's a little bit of a deco here. I do like this aggression out of Sure, but that doesn't pet out for him. Notice. Very quick with the D. He's able to find out one. And Snappy finds straight art on there for the other. Snappy good for another. Leaving Notice and Simics all alone. Well, unfortunately, there's not much to be done here if you are the side of Brugge. There's some good damage being placed out. And right now, with the position that these players of GTZ are in, it's starting to become a dire situation. But Snappy, all on his lonesome, finds out a 1v2. Of course. As we head into a rifle round, it's a fairly important one. And Snappy is very quick to snap onto the first. Notice! This is his life while Argon looks for another duel. Unfortunately, dueling with the up is an ill-fated battle. Ooh. Swifter, good for a quick double. Puts it down. He gets information, peeks through, finds one, bats the bomb down, looks for a second charge, comes up in a big way, misses the third shot, but Chepe certainly doesn't. And all of a sudden, the round. Sight. Oof, sure. Very well played. Finishes it off. Clean run. It's so far 6-0. It could be 7-0 very quickly on. And so far, that seems to be the case. Icarus sings out for two through the smoke. Finds a third as well, leaving Stevos and Swifter all alone in the server. Of course, Swifter was able to find out one with an AK. Unfortunately, it is shortly lived for himself after he does find out one. But Stevos able to apply a little bit of extra pressure. At least that's 2 kills in the round, but I think that's going to be all she wrote for it, as he has to deal away with 3 and is eliminated by Icarus, ultimately putting a 7th on the board. As we move into a rifle round, it's incredibly important for Brugge to win this one. At least want to start to deny the side of GTZ the converted half, and well, so far so good. We do see Simics find out the first shard going to be finished off first, and he's been someone that's played in such a heavy light for his team, allowing them to really see this through. But still, trades back and forth. Plant has come through. Icarus looks to respond up. He's able to find out tags, but no frags. And as Marcos cleans up the other two, Brugge. Well, it's Stevos. Ooh, Swifter. Nice frag there. And we'll find out another into the round, and just like that, TTD. It might be halted. We do see Argon trying to duel away on site. Gets pulled out of position and forced into a frag, and it's eliminated. Of course, Jeppe. See some good shots coming through there. Swifter, Icarus. Marcos. Ooh. Looks for a frag. As Argon was good for one, but no more than that. Still, trade down. Economy is in dire straits. Marcos, of course, finds a kill there on the 2. It's just as important for GTZ, though. The momentum that they've been working with has nearly been completely lost. And well, Somali has missed. They tried to play and get a player out of position to play through it, but unfortunately, it doesn't work out for them. Still, a trade is good. Simic able to get into a good position as well. Good shots coming through. Snappy, Sharp, there for one each. Swifter, Marcos traded back through. Shots, gets tags, no frags, deploys some utilities to try and pull a player out of position, but unfortunately loses his bout with Simics, leaving HiGHLiGHTS up quite quickly. Shots are flying through, but nothing really being connected up. We'll see the first one start to come through. The Deagle of Argon doing quite a bit of work, but Swifter's in their backline now. We'll find one be discovered. Find out 4. Oh, Swifter! Comes up in a big way to bring it down into a 1v1, but of course he's got a duel with a Snappy. Snappy, he's got an MP9, and well, that's going to work very well against. Good shots going through. Argon, HiGHLiGHTS, there for one each. Of course, sure, finds out the other. In GTZ, they seem room to play with. Thought he might opt to pick up the op, but as his teammate falls away, he aggresses slowly on his own, but ooh, catches out one before sure. Ooh, good shots. Snappy finds out one through the. Well, that's Argon. Finds himself a frag. Snappy, of course, does fall, but they've kept things in line quite nicely. Ooh, Marcos. Well, as he just holds over here towards Rem, catches one out from Punt. Down, tries to find another, but Simics comes up in a big way. Puts it down to even a flashbang directly to the face would finish it off. As he ups to hold, ooh, the defuse is close, and it comes through. 10-5 at the half, very nicely done by GTZ. Well, as they push it through, sure. Drops all down, Jeppe able to find out one, there's Marcos for one as well. And it's traded back and forth into a 3v3. GTZ did gain the control of the site, but the players there mark it, creating a bit of an issue. Sharp fighting away, able to find out a kill. Leaves it all down. He's just trying to pop off shots towards him at this point. As they find a kill, sure, cleans it up. You do see GTZ forced up all the way. They're looking for 12 here. Sure finds out the first. Marcos, do you find a Zeus kill here? Yes, you do. Very nicely done. Picks us all up and go. Leo finds one, finds 2, finds 3. Oh no! The round for GTZ has fallen apart. Nice find safe. USPS taps away at him. And Swifter finishes him off. Oh dear, what? The shots come through. Argon, Jeppe, there for shots. Of course, Notice is able to find a frag in the midst of that. Still playing above the smoke here. He's trying to find one out from Con. As HiGHLiGHTS finds going to be put into something like a 2v4 or 2v5. They're going to need to back off pretty quickly. But so far, they've been able to find out the initial pick along with another with Swifter. Firing on all cylinders along with Marcos. He's holding up here in the smoke. He's going to hear the offer. Find the kill as well. And just like that, the side of GTZ are put on ice. They've got themselves the bomb down, but a player being caught out leaves HiGHLiGHTS alone to 1v4. As he tries to duel away with one, he'll be eliminated there. As well, there is 2 players to hold it down, but if they can explode out, find themselves both these kills and get planted, they'll be in a really good position. They're able to find the first there on the Simics. The plant should come through as well, and a Snappy finds out Marcos. This is looking extremely doable. Still, maybe a little bit too delayed to find plant. Looks to advance forward. Deny plants. Swinging out. Sharp finds the kill, and disastrous. As HiGHLiGHTS redirects, watches over there, and finds the kill towards Short. Of course, full rifle round out of Brugge. Looking to face them down. I like that angle out of Stevos. He's able to play from short to equalize the numbers. But unfortunately, as he's eliminated by Stevos, Swifter gets info, finds out one for himself, leaving Shar and HiGHLiGHTS all alone. Well, Shar is in a 1v4. Not much to be done as they all swing on. And it looks like Jeppe might go for an early swing. Still a Snappy over towards mid. He's able to advantage. Ooh, good shots. Swifter, Argon. It's doable, especially with how low Argon is currently. He's been the hero of the rounds, but if he gets found out, in a doable situation, but still, Simics alone makes his way up, finds one. Icarus falls, looks for another, but sure, but the up takes his life away for it. Right now, GTZ are in prime position. Go ahead, put themselves at 15, and Brugge losing this round would be catastrophic for them. Be very broken the next round if they drop it, but they make their way up. Notice. Oh my god! Comes out in a huge way. Finding out 2 shots with a scout to bring a drastic favor to the side of Brugge, and that is very well. We'll see Icarus exploding up forward. Of course, he'll be eliminated there. Notice Swifter there, shut things down. Argon looking quite hot though. It's good for 2. We do see Shard, the only rifle on the server there for GTZ, fall, and that seals the. As we come back into it, oh, Argon there to open things up. Snappy for one as well. Very snappy on the frags. And just like that, GTZ, they've opened things up. This was a very important rifle round for them. They needed to win this one if they wanted to have a chance into this. As Swifter rings out for a double. There's no one really to contest it just yet. Fight goes down. It's retake, and Snappy finds himself out of yet another. That's a second into the round. As they're aware of one towards Zaps, one in Market, Argon finds a kill. Marcos, all alone. 1v2. Needs to find them both out after he finds one with the HE. Tries to take a duel, but he's tagged out. Snappy finds the kill. 15 is achieved. And the shots ring through. Swifter, good for one. Notice there for the others. This trade is still down into the favor of Brugge. They're looking for OT here. And as they start to look at it, Char, Argon, all that remain, the 2v4. They try and make their way out, but Steve-O's being found out like that puts them in a rather rough position. They force Notice off the position, but Char is eliminated, leaving Argon in a 1v3. As he swings wide, he's eliminated. Not playing for picks, looking to play for the rush. They pop their way out. We're going to see Char take him a lot of aggression, but he'll be eliminated. Notice, good for 2. Snappy trades it back, but man of Icarus and Jen. Oh, the last 2 men standing. Jembe able to find out 1. Icarus good for 2. Leaves it down into a 1v1. But unfortunately for him, Steve-O's has his number. No, of course. As we're into the first round of overtime, Steve-O's finds out first. Snappy gets finished off, but trade frags come through. Or trade tags, rather, but no frags to be had if you are the side of GTZ. And once again, they start to get shut down with esports club Brugge completely run it through. Still, sure. Good for one. Oops, Steve-O's gonna be able to find out the player that was looking to take up some bit of pressure over towards B. They still have presence in mid as well as that player towards A, but Snappy found out trying to approach short from Cat. He's eliminated in Argon. Ooh, plays through Khan. Finds out the first towards John. Things could be looking a little bit rough, but ooh, no. Icarus quickly takes off his head. And Char finds yet another. Just like that. And still, Steve-O's looks to make his way up. Finds the first, with finding a second as well. And just like that, he single-handedly cracked his way onto the site. Jepe gets mollied off. And they go ahead and go for the defuse, but Argon swinging through. TZ, of course, have tied us up. Over towards Tetris right now. The player to watch out for, though. They're going to be noticed since they don't notice him. Sure. How's his head taken off? Still, Icarus is playing aggressive, as always. He finds himself 2. Gets the information on him. Taps away. Puts down an HE. And, well, it's Marcos. Finds the trade. Jepe finds the kill after death, leaving Marcos all alone. Ooh, Mark. Nice little flick there. The kill into Argon, but Icarus swings wide and finds the 17th for GT. Well, it sure tries to find a kill. Ooh. Marcos. Able to find the kill, but there's Shar for one. He'll be traded out, though. Still. Zargon. Looks for that fight. Jeppe tries to take it from Taken and is eliminated. Swifter finishes it off as well. Ooh, Marcos. Early on, able to find out Snappy, of course. Sure. Oof. Good shot comes out. Jeppe finished up, but there's Simic and Marcos to ring out as well. Marcos gets a bit of a TK there as Icarus finds himself a kill. And Stivos now all alone. Finished up by Shar. Now be 18 of them looking to make a move up. They look to head towards A, but Icarus with the up rings out, along with Snappy finding one towards mid. Just like that, things seem to be a little bit disheveled here for Esports Club Brugge, but Marcos finds it back into line. That's good for one as well, swinging through. Argon finds the trade. Keeps it down to even while Snappy plays to try and catch one out. Unfortunately, he spotted and eliminated Marcos. Finishes it. Argon now survives, looking to try and take these two fights, but is tagged out just at 6 HP and is eliminated as well. Esports Club Peru survives now. Being noticed all the way in Lighter Room already. He's able to make that work out well for himself to find a kill. Unfortunately, he's not able to retreat back. He's eliminated. Swifter finds a kill, but is quickly refragged out by Shar, leaving the men of Stivos and Marcos alone to try to take towards site with one on direct, and he's able to find the kill. That's Marcos doing the work. Well, as Stivos comes up from the back line, they're not aware of his presence. It's going to be a mistake. If they had known he was there, they could have found that round. But Stivos Marcos put it at 19. Now, it's Icarus. Finds himself a kill. They start to drop out. Like shots ring through. Argon good for one before he's traded out. While Icarus is there for the refrag on the Simics, leaving Notice and Swifter in a bit more of a dire position. As Shar rings out with the op, leaving Notice alone. Notice. Take his life away. As he has bomb, he doesn't want to be eliminated here, but unfortunately for him, he's cornered out and Sharp. Able to find out that first there above the smoke. Find the boosted player out there. Oh, okay. Rise the smoke deploys. Well, Snappy finds the kill. Simics, Marcos. Now, of course, Marcos is edging his way on the site. Is eliminated along with Simics. Allows the side of GTZ to put themselves. And as we see Stivos, oof, find out that kill through the smoke. There's engagement to have really quickly. Over towards jungle, if they're able to find out that one, they could start to crack their way open. But of course, Stivos is there to deny. Simics able to find one at range. As we see Stivos ring out for another. Snappy, all alone. Goes for plants. But as he only has a 2 HP, he's going to be sitting in a rather difficult position. And yep, there we go. Marcos finishes it off. Now, of course, as they move forward, Stivos. For one, we saw Notice with the other. Well, they've been able to make their way down towards the B side. Of course, Marcos is there for a frag, leaving it down to 4v2. And as Icarus finds one on the A site, he draws attention away from B. That was the goal. He plays aggressive in the jungle, finds another kill. Notice falls away while Snappy snaps on the Simics there towards site and opts to go for plant. Makes it, goes for the shot, but unfortunately for him, as he's eliminated, that is the round done. And does it. Stops looks to get popped off. Stivos hits up the first. Of course, Swifter gonna be tacked down as well. All the way to 36 HP as that Molotov catches him out. But Marcos, ooh, aggressively is able to find out two. Argon was good for one, but now Shar and Snappy are to make their way up. Notice pops off a couple of shots. Snappy, playing for survival, needs to find a 4K. Looks for the first, but it's denied, and Baru should pull us into round number 3 for the rest. I do expect this one to be played out rather slowly, but ooh. Sure. Being eliminated there is not great. He had a P250 and armor into the round, so it was a heavy investment into him. For him to just be eliminated early on is a bit of a rough one, as Notice is good for 2. The duel is able to find a double. It leaves down Argon and Snappy. They're able to go ahead, bring it back down into a 2v2. It's in the realm of possibility for a win for GTZ if they've taken towards the site. And as Swifter finds a kill, Argon is left all alone. And well, he'll be finished off as well. Simic cleans it up. Coming up from canals into connector. Well, a shot ring out. We see inside a bruise shut it down. Leaving Icarus all alone. Well, the Swifter cleans it up. We see a fairly clean round. Ooh. Argon. Able to find out one. Sure, there for the other. It's the rifles are able to. But, ooh. Shots by Icarus. Able to find out the first. Marcos, good for 1 as well. But, ooh. The shot by Snappy rings out. Finding out Simics. But still, Stevos keeps things in line, puts it down into a 2v3. And some shots ring through. Icarus is able to find out 1. There's Marcos cleaning up 2. Looks very nice over there towards the B site. Good for a triple. But of course, leaving Sure and Snappy alone. They start to make their move, but unfortunately they're up in hand. Plenty of time to play with it. He finds the first, but is dinked out and eliminated by Marcos. Well, Marcos finds 1. He's good for 2 as well, playing quite nicely with the up. Of course, Argon was good for a frag in the midst of that. But he's eliminated through the smoke by Simics. Seems that GTZ want to make their move right here towards the site, but it's a bout with the ops. In a 1v1 towards site now. Of course, he makes his way down towards connector to try and retreat, but it's eliminated as well. Looks like Stevos. Find 1 to Icarus. Molotov able to do the work. Yes, knows have been tagged out, but still survives nonetheless. Well, as Marcos eliminates Argon, Jake is all that remains. There we go, Jake. But as he finds one, it's down to 1v1. The swing comes through as well. Want to bring it back within 1. Well, with Snappy finding that kill, that's a great start. Simic's gonna be finished off first, of course. They do explode on out with Steve. Looks like a trade, but ooh, he's able to find a second as well. They keep challenging him. I don't think. Ooh, Argon, good for 1. But of course, with Marcos, Stevos, they're to read. Now, of course. They look to play forward. I like what Notice wants to do here. Playing in the corner. Well, Swifter, you good for a quick double. That sure is all that remains.
Counter-terrorists win.
Well, this Notice cleans it up. That'll be Brugge. Well, there's Argon. Was able to find out one. The retake seems to be in shambles. They're trying to save over the rifles for the last round of the half. Of course, the economy not in a great spot. In rather dire states. But as Marcos finds himself a kill, he's splashed out and eliminated. Now. Sure was able to find out one. Notice fell away, but of course he was good for a double before he fell. Semix, nice little peek there out through mid, finds himself a kill. Stevos, good for one, as Argon finds a double. Of course, Argon looks for peeks through, finds out a kill, but Swifter finishes him off. Of course, that's 9-6 to have. As they throw utility, they make a move. Just starts to ring out. Simics finds, or Snappy finds the first. Simics falls. We do see Notice falling away as well after he finds one. So very well done by him. It's down to a 4-4. More shots ring out. Swifter, good for it. Right now, the attack by Esports Club Brugge is looking quite contentious. Of course, with Shur coming up from the back line, he's able to find out one. It's a little bit labored to find the second, but still can't find it. But there it is. Marcos good for one. Shur there for the other. Finds out two. Leaves it down to Marcos in a 1v1. Shur going to opt to go ahead, hold down the defuse. This is a smart angle to do it as well. Ups the swing, but Marcos with the dual lead. If GTZ wants to make a resurgence here in the second half, it has to start here and now. They drop this one. Esports Club. Well, his utility is placed out. We see shots from Shur to ring through, leaving Stevos all alone. He'll be eliminated by Snappy. And his GTZ could be looking at 8 and 9 here in just a moment's time. Bring it within 3. As Icarus finds one. Push. We see Swifter be eliminated along with Semix. Very quickly it's left all down to Marcos, who's alone behind a smoke. And, oh, sure lost sight, but there it is. He had an idea of where he was and finishes him off. That will be GTZ. No, of course. Marcos opens things up. We'll see Shur finding out one as well. Jimmy there for a frag. Quickly dashes away the hopes and dreams of Brugge, but Swifter finding two and doing it cleanly puts it into a good position. Stevos does fall, and Swifter's left in a position to where he needs to find a 4K. He's got himself 3 into the round already. Could be able to do it. But as Swifter cleans it up, they look to make their way up. Marcos finds himself the kill, or Notice does, along with Marcos. Brugge start to crack their way on towards the site. Make their way through with Stevos finding an upshot. There it is. Swifter for one. Leaves Argon towards the B site. Rotates coming through as well. GTZ looks to hold it off, and Snappy finds the first. The FAMAS able to sing out. Well, Notice finds one. Oh, he finds two. Nice little spray transfer there. It's good for that double. And Stevos with the up is good for one as well. He'll be able to go ahead and make his way towards the pillar to find the plants. But as Shur finds the trade, Semix refraggress. He'll be opting to save here. I don't really blame him on that as well. GTZ fighting for survival now. They drop this round, they drop out of the tournament. Well, as Snappy is able to open things up, they look to stay alive. Well, oh, Swifter. Gonna be good for 2 there. As Marcos finds one as well. Well, this is quickly shut down. Esports Club Brugge.